Hello everybody, welcome to Module 6, week number 6 of EDU 600. Congratulations on making it this far. We are nearing the halfway point in the course, which is amazing. Hope everybody's doing well, you're staying healthy and positive through the COVID, and I really appreciate your efforts. So now on to week number 6. So during this week, we're going to be basically extending what we were looking at last week. We're going to review chapters 6 and 7. If you already did that, that is fine. I just put it in here as one of the things that we're going to be doing this week, and you may need to refer back to it. So once again, in Module 6, we're going to be looking at descriptive statistics and visual displays of data. Now I'll explain what's involved with that. This is a repeat for a lot of you. Read chapters 6 and 7, or just if you did it last week, which was the requirement last week, you can just scan these. Take a look at the video put together by Jeff Beaudry. And then we have really the bulk of the work this week is with the data displays. Now, how people exhibit and or display the data is really important, and it tells a story. So that is the bulk of what we're going to be doing this week. So in the discussion post, I'd like you to pick from one of these sources down here, view a link to examples, click on that. It'll give you some examples of how to display data or how data is displayed. Many of you may do this professionally and or have done it in your life at some point where you actually are creating graphs, charts. I know people in this class are proficient at doing that. Some very proficient at using Excel, which is a format that I'm very familiar with. So the first thing I suggest to do is take a look at this. It gives you some examples. And then there's all of these data sources here. Main data from the main CDC. If you click on that, there's a lot of information. Just bear with me. I'm going to go to another page here. Okay, so if you click on the main CDC, you come into all kinds of information, main data. Oftentimes in the research reports, you do not see the raw data, but you do see the visual displays of the data, which is very important to presenting and understanding what the data is saying. So in this case, and this is just one of many that's included on this website, you have the cases by county. As you can see, the table's updated October 3rd. You can see in Saginaw County, where are we? Saginaw, total 69 cases, confirmed cases 66. This is where I live. So what I would like you to do for the discussion post is take one of the sources, go back here. So we have main data, the Opportunity Atlas, Pew Research, National Center for Educational Statistics, Gapminder. There's all kinds of information on each and every one of these websites. What I'd like you to do is select one example data report or data representation, meaning the visual displays of data. I'd like you to briefly summarize the data source. What are the variables? What are measured and what's displayed? Who is being measured? So in my case, I just showed you Saginaw County. It's Saginaw County. What kinds of variables are they? And you may have to look in our textbook, Research Literacy by Beaudry and Miller, for a refresher on what are the categories. What information do you have about the sample size? What kinds of data do you use in your work? You may be very proficient at using a certain type of data. If you're in adult education, you may get information from the Maine Department of Education on a weekly basis. Anybody that's presented to a school board, you may have used loads of data, and rather than showing showing a chart full of the data, the raw data. You show them a visual representation of that. So that is really what we have. And let me just go back to the main information. So up here you have the raw data. Down below you have anything that you could want. So what I'm talking about for this discussion post is pick something. In this case, just say, in this case, I'm looking at new cases, 14 days. So your job will be to answer those questions in the discussion post, mentioning this particular new cases across Maine. You're going to talk about the variables. You're going to talk about the timeline, anything else that you want to mention in here, including, you might make some comments about how the data was described. Maybe there was something that you think could have been done better. And I would also like you to cite what chart you're using and where did you get it, what website you accessed. So let me go back to our page. So here's the information that's in the contact information. Here's the week 6 visual sways of data. There's a summary in here of the statistics. So you can click on that. You get some more additional information. And that's really it. There's not a tremendous amount of work this week. It's all about the data, visual displays of data. And just one final thing. I have a conflict on Wednesday, so it might not be possible to have a Zoom meeting. I will let everybody know on Tuesday if we will be having a Zoom meeting on Wednesday at 7:30. So I hope this doesn't present a problem. I'm trying to shuffle around my schedule, but in the meantime, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please fire away. I'm here to help. Keep up the great work, everybody, and I'll see you online.